Hey, what's going on, friends and DGens? How are we all doing tonight? Hope everyone is doing quite well. Hopefully all can hear me all right. Getting ready to quickly eyeball the Illuvium chart and then take a look at the Illuvium game itself. Just get a little more gameplay in. I streamed a little bit of gameplay about a week ago, so figured get rolling, play a little bit more Illuvium, see what it's all about. Centurion, what's good, man? Appreciate you tuning in so quick. Thanks, brother. Always appreciate the support in the comments. So am I having fun playing Illuvium? So truthfully, I've maybe put in an hour to 90 minutes into it so far. I just got a lot of other priorities. Do I think it's, for me, the benchmark of a good game, generally speaking, or like good movie or good entertainment for me is, do I look at my watch, generally speaking? If I'm like checking my watch or my clock or, my phone these days saying, hey, man, I can't wait to get out of here, that's probably not that great. And I do want to acknowledge the difference between like checking my watch, like, oh my God, I'm so bored versus what time is it versus, oh, I'm keeping tabs on the time because maybe I've got some other priorities or responsibilities I got to get to. So far, I think it plays well. I think it plays very smoothly. At this point, I'm kind of running on some semi-antiquated hardware. I'm on an i7 8700K. I've got it overclocked to about 5 gigahertz on all the cores. What else have I got in here? I think I got 16 gigs of RAM in this box and Evo 890, Samsung Evo 890 hard drive, solid state drive, and a GTX 1070 on the card. So it plays well enough. I think I'm like running at like mid-grade on most of the effects. Anyway, that's what we got going on. Hey, Boogie, what's going on, man? Tune in for Tacos and Kimchi on Boogie's channel. I think we're hammering out the final time tomorrow, but anticipate seeing us most likely tomorrow. Boogie and I will be sure to post that up on Twitter once those times are locked in. And let's see, Centurion saying it's fun to do a few runs of Overworld. I like to log in during lunch and do 2 or 3 ones. Not a fan of the arena personally. Interesting. Hey, Centurion, since you're a little more into the Illuvium game than I am thus far, have you heard word of any plans for multiplayer gameplay on that? Like team PvE or team co-op or team PvP, anything like that? Love to hear your thoughts on it. So, all right, well, some folks are commenting on some different aspects on different streams. I am simultaneously multicasting to YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Hopefully they don't all fight and, throw me some venom on this stuff. Let me quickly share out something I am eyeballing here. So let's see here. Let me present this out. As many of you know, I mainly just play support resistance when it comes to charts, just to eyeball some things and check some stuff out. So in this particular case, let's take a look what we got going on. I got the Illuvium on the weekly chart today, and Boogie and I have talked about this. I generally, similar to Boogie, I don't like really looking at or really terribly relying upon candle wicks. Look, I'm not going to say that invalidates anything as far as those who do use wicks, and I know for a fact there are many much more infinitely successful traders who love to use wicks. Personally, I'm never around really in a position where I can quickly catch the wick, and I don't like to have my main wallet tied to my mobile device. I prefer to have my main wallet on an isolated computer asset that I keep shut down, powered down, disconnected from the network when it's not in use. So I'm not really in a position where I can a lot of times catch those wicks. So I'm generally looking for candle bodies, as I had more success overall in catching candle bodies. And so up here, I've got the weekly high on Illuvium tagged in at around 1630 and some change. And the weekly low, and when I say weekly, I mean I'm using the weekly interval on TradingView on this stuff. And so I got the weekly low down here, and it's a little tough to see. It gets a little crowded on this. So let me just kind of expand it and slide down so you have a better ability to see some of the overall bodies. I got the weekly low tagged in at 38 bucks. Looks like it really kicked in on week of Monday the 2nd, January 23rd. Now, I know a lot of us are getting really excited to see the final, or I should say major commercial release of Illuvium, since the commercial release will be for stuff in July 25th for like Arena and Overworld on this stuff. With respect to the overall chart, unfortunately, Illuvium, both for and against it. I mean, shit, if you caught it early and you caught that run up, you were balling, right? But basically, it launched just before the peak of the last bull market, and then it's been a pretty, fairly steady grind down. And okay, we've had some, like you had some opportunity to play some swaps here. This interval here in July 22. And then if you look at it, we've actually done a pretty good job of bouncing and maintaining the bottom. So right here, you can see over here as we're getting over into the week of, what is today? The 15th. Week ending the 15th, going into the 16th on that. So it's probably already, 16th UTC already on this stuff. But it looks like we've got a decent accumulation range. If I'm just kind of eyeballing this, I see some resistance in the $62-ish region, $63 region. Then we'll potentially, next interval might be $52. That's on the weekly. Out of curiosity, something like Illuvium, where it's not an ultra old chart, I might start with the weekly. I know a lot of folks like to go higher time frame intervals. So let me just bounce over to the monthly and see what we got over there. Okay, so on the monthly, it looks like we've got some higher candle bodies. Again, larger intervals, higher time frame, so it's encompassing a bigger block of time on some of these open and closes. You can see, let's see, we had an open at 995, a close at 1843, open 1842, close at 1016. So we've got some on a monthly. We've got some resistance around that $1,000 mark and some change. On the upper end of that band over there. But if we're looking where we're at today in the June time frame, just kind of chopping around here, I would see some support at around the $74 region, potentially falling to 67. Then as we start getting down here, maybe mid 50s before I'd be concerned about bouncing off the bottom again. I personally don't see that happening with the Illuvium launch around the corner. Also, if you go back to some streams I've covered in the last few weeks, I've talked a little bit about some interest rate changes around the world. Obviously, the Fed said no rate change most recently, but other countries are. If you actually look at global liquidity index, we're actually starting to rise in total global liquidity. So yeah, we'll see how it shapes up. Do I think potentially by end of summer, we got a few $100 on the table from Illuvium? Certainly do. Am I necessarily counting on that individually? No. One of the things I need to go do, actually, and I'll probably do this weekend shortly after I wrap up streaming today, is I will likely go pull my Ethereum Illuvium LP. I believe DCC already pulled his. I'm a little late to the party on that one. Been kind of tied up doing some other stuff. Tonight's stream is brought to you by Coke Zero, Embrace the Master Race. All right. So that's kind of just some of the stuff I'm eyeballing the chart. Let me fly through a few comments, and then we will get down into the actual gameplay itself. So bear with me here. Let me pull up another comment. So Centurion saying, definitely can get repetitive. You just spam runs. Yeah, indeed. What's going on, Bubba? Good to see you, man. Hope you're feeling well. No quit till you catch a hollow. We'll see, man. We'll see what's the best use of my time. And Centurion saying, yes, Overworld will be multiplayer, and the arena is making a Team Fortress 2 style player, 8-player FFA. Interesting. Centurion, like 8v8 or 4v4? Is that? I'm assuming that means 8v8 on that one. But yeah, so Boogie sounds like maybe what you and I were talking about earlier this evening might come to be. We'll see what's up. Hey, Mechanics, good to see you, man. Art, good to see you, brother. Yeah, I know that's that Rutolo Muspechi match coming up in a few months. We'll have to sidebar on that one. And my buddy, one of my favorite people, new people to me that I had the chance to meet at the last Moon Gang meetup, Moonpilled Rational Optics, had a nice chat over some cigars, just talking about miscellaneous stuff and some backgrounds and leadership styles and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, hey, Moonpilled, good to see you, man. Go Polka Dot. Fingers crossed, brother. All right, let's get down to some Illuvium gameplay. Let me pull up the game over here and we'll get cruising right along. I'll probably get my ass beat in this game, by the way, since I have so little playtime. But we'll give it a minute on this thing. So there we go. Let me share out my Illuvium screen. Make sure I got my audio all set up on this thing, ready to rock. All right, and so as far as the Illuvium gameplay, I know some of the other Moon Gang members have spent a little more time playing through it. I am about 60 to 90 minutes in. So far, last time I was streaming, I went through tutorial, just kind of giving you basic gameplay elements on some of this stuff, how to play the different cards, how you potentially level up, ranked up on some stuff. So I will go back and I'll just go into a ranked match on the arena side of things, and then maybe we'll go try to catch another Illuvial and see what we got. And let me see if I can swing my video outlay just a little bit different. Cool. All right. I got to do 7 more placement matches. So All right. I thought we did okay-ish. I'm just going to wing it. What could possibly go wrong? Battle Royale style, interesting. Centurion saying, hey, I think it's like a team fight tactics on League on Legends, 1v1 in a mini tournament. Interesting. So with the property they have and the fact that it's the Unreal Engine on this, I mean, if they really wanted to go more into like a PvP team, PvPvE shooter, they certainly have the underlying tech for it. It'll be interesting to see how they continue to develop the overall property. Round of cigars on me at next meetup. Yeah. I don't know if you were there, Moonpill, when I walked in and like I called Boogie something that probably YouTube will get all bent out of shape if I say it again. It was friggin' hilarious. If you were there, you might remember my comment that came out of my mouth when I walked into the room. But a lot of people were somewhere between horrified and shocked. But I'd say it was basically status quo for that group over there. All right, so I'm waiting for a matchup. Clearly, the Illuvium community is terrified of what I'm bringing to the table as far as this PvP type game will go. And let's see what else we got going on. So if you want to follow me, you can follow me on a few different platforms. I'm generally at Mr. Angry Twinkie on most socials and Telegram. I just realized my Twitch handle is not the same, so I got to get that all mapped up. I got to stop being lazy and get a link tree together just to make myself a little easier to follow. All right, here we go. Let's go get the juice. So what I got to do here is pick a few cards or pick a card that I can apply to one of my heroes. And then right here you can see I got 80 mastery points. Those mastery points influence which cards or how many cards I can potentially play. So there is an element of strategy where I want to bank some points for a little later on in the match. So what is the minimum effective dose is the question here. And let's see here. I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with a tank. We'll go with a water tank. And I'm going to try promoting him. And then... I'm going to upgrade him. All right, fingers crossed. That's what I'm going with. I'm committed. Good luck. Not looking like a promising start. I probably should have moved my ranged character behind my tank. So let me zoom in on this. Yeah, I got my ass beat. All right. Try to come up with something slightly new. Now, if you notice, he had more alluvials on the field, so he probably invested more points than I did on the opening play. So I've got 135 points to spend on this round. I need some fighters here. So he's pretty heavy in the water. Let's see here. This is a big spend on this round. So I've got a couple tanks, an empath, and a fighter. We're both heavy in water. I've got more tanks. He's got more fighters. Let's see what we got. Hey, DCC, good to see you, man. Appreciate the support. You know, there's a thing that comes after that line. I remember that meme. I can't repeat it on here. I'll get banned from all 3 services simultaneously. All right, this round's going a little bit better. And then it's not. So I got to come up with a new strategy. Hey, great show. All right, so now I get a chance to... Basically, we're going to pit our points against each other. So everyone puts a wager on different cards. If we bet equally on the same card, the card's null. Otherwise, you win the card that you bet more against compared to your opponent. So I'm going to go for those 2 and hope for the best. Centurion, not yet, but that's a good point. I should to get the stats like Nature and Fighter. Yeah, like last time I was playing, I linked them to my my bulwarks or my tanks to make it a little more resilient. So let's see what else we can do here. Let's go with... Try to get this one some fighter abilities. All right, what else do I need here? Let's see. So they're heavy water toxic. I don't really have much by way of toxic. Well, we'll try this Doka looking thingy majiggy. Promote it up. We'll go tier 3 on that. And let's see, what else? I can change the link every round. Thanks for that tip, Centurion. That's good to know. All right, what else do we got here? Do we want to go more fighters, more empaths? I'm going to also get myself some armor here. So I'm down 2 rounds. So I need something here. Let's go with we'll go heavy on the fighters. Hope for the best. All right, so I have 6 of my 11 or 6 to 8 cards, and we'll give it a go. So you got a rogue behind me, so I'm going to take a ton of damage here because I don't have any great counters to that. This round's going a lot better. All right, pull the W on that one. Let's see what we got next. So do we want 10% less damage, physical and energy piercing, so maybe just try to out DPS him, or on Omega gain 20 energy. I'm going to try to out damage him. And let me try to promote up some of my characters. Hey, no worries, Centurion. Next time. It's all good, man. I don't think that little tip is going to save my ass on this one anyway. But we'll see what we got. We'll see what we got. I'll put a rogue on the field. Is that it? I think... Let's see. That's it. All right, I'm going to roll the dice. All right, so he's got 2 rogues. He's probably going to dismantle my ranger. Whatever this big fat piece of shit is over here that just spits out all this water, I've run into it before, it messes me up. So I gotta try to find a better counter against that. This thing's just getting dicked down. Alright, does anyone know what that this hunk of shit, big monstrosity is back here? Anyway. Alright, we'll try slowing down their attack speed. Alright, that doesn't work. Maybe... where's my rogue? So if my rogue gets behind him, maybe that works. Is this what that is? Flood? Tsunami empath? I can't deploy him? That's interesting. I'd have to find out why. So I can't have this flood thing, but I can have the links. Well, you know, at the end of the day, he's got water and toxic and tsunami. I've basically got water and earth. So I'm looking at the affinities on the side, seeing if I am aware of an obvious counter. I'm not. I need a little more playtime to try to figure some shit out. Let me recall that. Can I put something down that's a little more heavy hitting? I'm going to go with this earth thing and hope for the best. Hope is not my favorite strategy. Guess it's too early, a bit too early to find an Illuvium strategy guide. That, and I haven't Googled it yet, so there is that. But yeah, I'm definitely running into clearly people who know more about the game than I do. Yeah, that did not go well. That did not go well. All right. So let me load back into the menu. In this particular case, I don't really have many decks as far as it. So like if I go to change team, there are some predefined decks. I could potentially go out to a team builder and start building some shit, but I really don't have alluvials aside from what they provided to me. So that might be a sign of maybe, hey, go check out the, let me just, you know, pick hot fish, right? And let me go back to this. Let's check out Overworld. So this is one where you can like fly around and try to capture some alluvials. Played this a little bit last time. So that's my ranger. You kind of run around, jump, kind of loosely fly around, you know, do the Iron Man thing, drop in, run, slide, right? Get my gun, get some hang time here. Different kinds of ammo to potentially harvest resources and shit. Hit Q to get to this like alternate visual mode. So up in the top left, you can see it wants me to gather some different things. Yeah, we'll see what we got going on here. Let's see if it's got anything on the map. All right, so there's like a bunch of stuff down in this section of the world. Who knows what it wants me to do over there? Is there a... Easy thing over here. So the forge, there's no alluvial symbols. Well, maybe I can go to this other world and try to figure out some shit. Yeah, I've got one Illuvium, Bubba, or one alluvial. I've got one that I secured. So these are some of the different places I guess I can try to go to select an obelisk to travel to. I don't know if these are particularly level locked or like. So I'm in Sanctum Mesa. There's some different places I can go. Select an obelisk to travel. Let's see here. Am I missing materials? Do I need to go craft something? So it says E to interact. I'm not seeing where it will let me travel to these different regions from here. Stage 0. Here we go. No energy there. Let's try over here. Brightland Step. See if we got anything going on. All right, a little bit of chop here. Let's see what we got going on. So gather a bunch of stuff and then what's up? So I hit Q just to kind of like throw my little scanner out here, see if it got the things it wants me to go after. And generally speaking, stuff in orange, it typically wants me to go after. So are those bubbles things I can try to obtain? Let's check the map, see if we got anything obvious over here. All right, so I captured whatever the hell those were, some water wisp things. Let's see what we got going on here. Is there an easy way for me to see my current markers? Hey, what's going on, Diamonds? Good to see you. So I got these tasks. I don't know if there's a shortcut menu button to get more expanded detail on my tasks.
Got it.
All right, so we have the option to scan or fight. Scan takes less energy. I don't know what the benefit is to scanning over fighting it, but we'll try a scan. All right. Well, I guess we fight.
Prepare for battle.
Alright, I'm still gonna go with this tank strategy to try to get them to aggro some shit. Then, to Centurion's point, I should try to link up and inherit some abilities. I got plenty of mastery points to spend, so I'll throw my fighter down and I'll grab a sword and then hope for the best. Shout out to the Crypto Mindset crew. Yeah, Boogie, it looks good so far. You know, I got to spend some time learning more of the controls and aspects of it, but it looks good so far. All right, I guess we're gonna roll the dice with a shard fragment. 61% 0.84 capture chance. Let's give it a go. Capture failed. Well, that sucks.
Oh no!
Let's try it again. All right, you little shit. Give me the loot. This motherfucker. This motherfucker. All right, well. 85%? Yeah, it better just give me this shit. What a cockweasel. Hey Zero, good to see you passing through. Keep playing so that Illuvium can reach all-time highs. Thank you for your service. Hey man, you know I'm doing my part. Right, I need a Master Ball or some shit on this BLX. Well, shit, I'm already this deep into it. Might as well just burn the last one. I'm gonna have to figure out how to craft more of those things. Oh my gosh. It's about time.
Very good!
Oh, looks like the game crashed out on me, so I'm going to have to report an error to the Illuvium folks. I don't know if it crashed out because of streaming or other things. Give me a second here and I'll relaunch the game. Now, did it just game crash or did it full on epic crash? Very degen. Well, you know what, man? I wanted to capture that thing. So you gotta, let's see, Centurion said you gotta shoot the rocks in Overworld, then you go to the forge and pay gas to craft Pokeballs. Okay. Bear with me here. I'm relaunching the game in the background. It's thinking. It's thinking. All right, looks like it's coming back up. I'm gonna be pissed if if it screwed me on, capturing that alluvial after all those efforts. Interesting. Let's see here. All right, and we're back. Does it sync to your wallet and the NFTs purchased a while ago? So, Kennedy, I keep my main, real deal Illuvium wallet entirely separate. So that's a great question. If anyone in chat is familiar with how that all works out, let me know. I have, in this particular case, my streaming wallets are entirely different than my personal main wallets. That's just for security purposes and just in case I do some dumb shit. So I honestly don't know. I'm under the impression that all my testnet stuff that I acquire in game will sync up with my testnet wallets that I have set up. But as far as production purchases or what they call them, Illuvitar discs and stuff that I have on my main wallet, I don't know about that. BLX, I still have had technical issues playing the beta. That's my first crash I've had BLX. And again, I don't know if that's because I'm streaming or if there's an issue with drivers or stuff that still needs to be optimized. All right. Back to the game. Now, is there a way I can identify it before I go after it? Not that I necessarily want to go after that to directly try to capture it, but just what kind of alluvial that is. Is that lesser nature? Was that fish or something? Whatever. I will let you run away for now. All right, definitely a little laggy right now since the reboot. All right, I don't know what this orange rip in the matrix is that I'm seeing. Try to go pick up some resources and materials here. Does anyone know if this is basically hit scan as far as the projectile? Unlimited distance across the map to acquire? It seems like it kind of is, as long as you actually make contact. Cool. Okay, that seemed like it had some decent loot for whatever I might need. So what do you think, for those of you in chat who haven't tried this yet? Does this game look interesting enough that you might give it a whirl and try to play it? Or do you think you're just going to try to maybe play NFT trades on the market or just buy, hold, potentially stake or LP Illuvium tokens? What's your strat? All right, that's different alluvial. I don't really have any of those balls to capture them, so I got to craft some more. I'm assuming I need more materials to be able to do that. See, this is the part where I'm like, okay, the game's somewhat interesting, but it seems like it's a bit of a time sink just to get the materials, to craft the balls, to capture the alluvials, to take into the arena to battle. You know, maybe there'll be some... Maybe once like certain markets start happening, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if like, hey, you could just buy the materials you need to get the base stuff you need to get the balls versus needing to grind out all the materials to make the capture, capture items. But I still need more of these essences and whatever else. Okay, cool. Let's see where this goes. Does anyone know if there's impact damage? Doesn't look like there's any real impact damage. So, let's see here. Got a few questions like, I'd play if I had a better computer. This is an 8700 with a 1070 graphics card. So at this point, this like underlying hardware is 6-7 years old. It's running okay. I'm not going to sit here and say it's like the best performing game on this rig, of all time by any stretch of the imagination, but it's good enough. It's definitely playable. I mean, hell, I'm streaming and playing all from the same PC. Let's see. Jack Simple, yeah, I need a decent computer to play it. Yeah, I think, if you got enough CPU horsepower, enough graphics, probably like a, I don't know. Again, this is a 1070 on an 87 old i7 8700K. So I'm sure something like an i5 or was it AMD Ryzen whatever, 7850 or whatever the hell their current multi-core is on that would be enough to snag it. All right, so no impact damage, it looks like. I'm just struggling to find the materials I need. So early feedback that I would have would be if I wanted to play more casually, I would like it to be easier to acquire the materials versus needing to run around and acquire the materials. So, BLX, is there anything in the game that can hurt the player? I would assume only in the context of arena. I haven't seen anything yet that will directly smash me in the open world. I guess maybe I need to go to a different zone to continue to try to appropriate materials. There's a rock over there. Looks like I can get some stuff from. All right. I don't know what this Wrath essence is or which worlds I need to go to. Centurion, if you're still in chat, man, do you know if there's a way I can, take a look at the objective to in turn figure out which zone I need to be in? So for anyone who's in the programming side of things, does anyone know if these are procedurally generated environments or are these fairly static? Let's see here. Chronic, what's the ultimate objective? Is there a storyline? Yeah, there does seem to be a storyline based on the story trailer. I'm not exactly clear on what that story is in the grand scheme of things, but it does seem like they'll have some level of background narrative arc. I don't know what their plan is to reveal the aspects of the story as you go, like how that'll be woven into the arena or overworld side of things. But yeah, it definitely seems like there's a background narrative to it. All right, let's see here. I'm here. So seems like the maps are fairly sizable. You can see like, I've kind of explored some little bit of it. Let me see if I can add a marker out there. We will try to head towards the marker. Hopefully it's not beyond out of bounds. Maps are handcrafted. Thanks, Centurion. I was very curious about that. Into the abyss. Up, and away. All right, so trying to get to my waypoint I dropped out here just to see what else is out here. But yeah, again, looks very polished. They definitely took their time putting this together. It seems fairly well integrated. The movement feels pretty good. Again, Epic, was it Epic Engine 4 or 5 on this thing? I'd be curious to see how some of the multiplayer aspects will work out as far as people run around concurrently, try to run and gun concurrently. Like then I'd be very curious to see how the shooting mechanics end up feeling and how the game plays at that point in time. But yeah, big maps. Go check out this dragon skull thing. No, wall's too steep for me to climb there. All right, I guess I have to creatively find a way up and onto that. Looks like it's a little too steep for me to climb. There we go. See what we got in this dragon thing. You know, I figure I climbed all the way up here. There'd be something kind of neat in this thing. Maybe in it, on it. Oh no. Let's see. Hey, Large, good to see you, man. Let's see. I think the overworld will be single player or co-op. The other games they make are multiplayer. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out on that one. BLX. I don't know why, but I'm getting Subnautica vibes where you have a big open world and different biomes, but the path of progression does not seem too clear. BLX, yeah, I agree with you. I'm not clear to me if that is because I'm a moron when it comes to some of the buried controls on it that I just don't remember from playing the tutorial, or, you know, see kind of, maybe it's just not that densely, like those menus and UI systems aren't in it yet. What should I be doing now? A lot. Yeah, BLX, I agree, man. And what should I be doing now? I should probably doing other things compared to playing video games, but I definitely want to check it out. And, yes, maybe we get like a Moon Gang guild or clan. Boogie and I were talking about that earlier. So, yeah, I don't disagree with you. Crypto Chronic, a lot of room to grow, almost like how Destiny started and added more to the game as it got more and more popular. So clearly the bones are here, right? Like, at least the bare bones and basic elements of the UI are in there. Like, they got the map system. Clearly, they've got the 3D space figured out overall. You got the flight controls, the glide, like air glide, glide suit glide. They've got the flight glide, double jumps, climbing and clambering onto things. Shooting controls feel okay. All right, it's a little too smooth for me. It is smooth like butter. All right, let me try managing my stamina meter a little bit better. Yeah, I feel like there should totally be something up here, like, worth getting. At least, like, even if it's a cosmetic or something, you know, it doesn't even have to be, like, something gameplay altering. Or maybe, like, a part of a cosmetic, like a part of a suit cosmetic. That would be kind of neat. Or an achievement. It's like, you know... Nothing. Nothing up here. Now, let's see what else we got here. I'm going to try to do a flip. Alas, he does not flip. So is there a penalty on death for, like, losing materials? I don't think I lost any materials, so might be an easy way to try to get back to your spawn location or zoning location. Solidly sized zone. Deposit, huh? Interesting. Now, I see that there's the Geodyne deposit there. There's one here, but it seems like it's only the ones I've found, not, you know, proactively indicated. So I don't know if there is a mechanism to reveal more of the map more easily. And is it like press H on the map and go to the red zones? H on the map and go, ah, cool. Appreciate the tip, Centurion. All right. All right, Centurion saying the heat zones are what change every time, but on the same map. Thanks. Bubba saying there's an acid zone and a little bus that flies around and zaps you. You can fall off the map. Yes, sir. I was trying to do a flip, but it said no. I wish I knew what the Wrath Essence was.
Couldn't get it.
All right, guess I gotta try to find a way up.
It's gone.
All right. Well, let's see. I still have no idea what these Wrath Essence element or items are. Centurion's saying he's like, spam jetpack when you're jumping, you get way more speed. And I try to play the floor as lava. When I play, the movement is very smooth once you get it down. Centurion, did you ever play Tribes? It almost sounds like Tribes skiing if you ever played Tribes. Anyway, let's see here. Not quite that way. Maybe under. All right, still stumped in this whole Wrath Essence thing. Let's see what we got here for controls. That doesn't really help. Hey, what's going on, Farmer? I think those are from the little dragon egg things you can shoot. The Wrath Essence Centurion, because I wish there was a way like I could get some visual on it. I was thinking maybe like there's something in the inventory. It's like, hey, this is what it looks like, or under resources or the like. But I don't see anything here that gives me an indicator on what I am looking for. Going back to like BLX's earlier point. So like Forge 2 air armlets, that makes sense to me in the sense I would have to get all the materials first and then go back to the other crafting zone and put them together. But this whole, gather 15 Wrath Essences, it beats me. A single red egg you can find and shoot. Okay. I haven't seen anything that jumps out at me as matching that description, so I'm assuming I just got to keep exploring the zone. Oh, maybe this is the one he was talking about? Dragon egg. No, not quite the one I'm looking for yet.
Couldn't get it.
All right, that's a sanguine essence. Got a floriball.
It just left.
And the mechanic saying that the essence materials are found in the higher stages of the lands. And BLX. So Illuvium could benefit from the public events thing from Destiny, where you have a pop-up PvE where you could get extra loot and creatures. Yeah. I agree. That would be an easy way to solve it, like a timed event every 10-minute, 15-minute timer, run around, then like go handle it. Low energy, the dome could collapse. Well, then let it collapse. All right, go check out this zone here, and then I'll probably drop off shortly. That up. Pseudo up. Has anyone in chat tried going through a dome collapse? I'm assuming you die eventually. All right, 300 meters and some change to go. Hey, what's going on, Nun Sinu? Thanks for the feedback. We'll see what's up. Sounds a little suspicious, but all right, we'll see what's up. I'm assuming I need to go up. Oh, let's see. All right, well then. I'm running out of stamina. I've died. Well, there we go. I guess we'll go back to Sanctum Mesa. Hey, what's going on, Jay? Good to see you. Where's Mewtwo? Good question. All right, let's see here. Survival arena? I'm assuming that's like some sort of waves. Oh, I can fast travel. Since I'm in this section of the world. Okay, that makes life a little easier. What do we got here? I don't think I have anything to fuse. Maybe I do. I don't think I do. No. Well then. Well then. What's this thing? Leaderboard. Don't give a shit about. Forge. Might be a thing. 2 forges. That's like the vaguely closer forge. I'll run over there. Hey, it's clearly labeled Forge. Interesting. And it's even got a reflection saying Forge. Okay. All right. This game has come a long way. I don't seem to have things I need to forge things to do things. Ingots are used in the creation of items. Okay. I can capture tier 0 alluvials. That's about it. Well, I guess we'll forge 3. At least I make that part easy. I have no idea what this does, so I'm going to hold off. So I was able to capture some Pokeballs here for future capture attempts. I'm still trying to figure out what other materials... Okay, so it's not actually a button, it's just an indicator. I might need to... figure out what those essences are. All in all, not bad. Not bad. So, all right. That's where I'm going to take a break here. I appreciate everyone tuning in the stream, watching me check out some more Illuvium. I believe the full game here, or for Overworld and Arena, those commercial launches will be July 25th. So for the folks who are investing in Illuvium on the token side of things, keep your eyes peeled for the charts and some of those resistance levels we potentially were talking about earlier. As far as some of the other gameplay elements, I see Centurion's got a tip here for me. You know what, let me just drop out of the game here so I can share some comments. All right, so coming back around to StreamYard on this stuff. You can get free testnet ETH to buy gas to do higher runs and get better shards and find better Illuviums. T0 runs are the free-to-play ones. Thanks. I'll have to go then check out the testnet ETH stuff. And we got Code Test Junkie, a.k.a. Bronx Kid Crypto, picked up a few more Illuvium last night. Yeah, I'd like to pick up a little more. As far as some other tokens, I'm eyeballing and watching very much for. Phantom is definitely on that list on that. I'm really excited about the Sonic update on that front. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity on the Phantom front. Certainly, I am one of the many people who are holding some different Richard Hart bags and Pulse Chain bags and the like. Of course, the anchor and cornerstone of my portfolio personally remains Ethereum. I did hang on to a little bit of Bitcoin earlier this year. I did swap some Bitcoin. Quite frankly, I swapped like 85 to 90% of my Bitcoin into some alt tokens. So ran up, made some gains on that. And, history will tell if it was too degenerate and stupid or if it was brilliant and genius. Basically, the way that's going to work out is the outcome will dictate the words used to describe the decision. So if it looks great, I look like a genius. If I fumble the bags on my alt tokens rolling that Bitcoin, then hey, I was a moron. I should have just hung on to Bitcoin. Time will soon tell. BLX also snapping up some more Illuvium at $78. Nice grab, man. Nice grab. Chronic with a W stream. Hey, thank you very much. I very much appreciate that. Look, I'm playing the game here, just trying to check out some stuff, get some airdrops. I know many of us here are avid investors to cryptocurrency speculators, so we're all trying to get that and make some mad gains and get some bread and so appreciate it. Stay tuned to my Twitter and Boogie's Twitter. We got like a tacos and kimchi stream coming up tomorrow evening. Stay tuned for the final time on that one. I think Sundays are usually a busy night. I think you got the DGen Roundtable, myself and Boogie. You got Charlie and Miguel typically with Moon Gang. So should be some fair bit of crypto content circulating around tomorrow night. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll be streaming some more Illuvium in the coming days as we grind it out and just kind of check it out. Check out some other aspects of the gameplay. Thanks everyone for tuning in. For those of you who observe the holiday and have families and kids, happy Father's Day. Outside of that, I'll catch you all soon. Thank you very much, guys.